All right, it's been a week. Yeah, you missed me, huh? Rango, sits. Sits. Rango. Rango. Sits. Rango. Sits. Sits. Lucy, sits. Lucy. Bruce, sits. You're good, Bruce. That you're always good. Lucy, sits. 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 Rango, you're ruining everything. Okay, you guys are gonna do it. Let's just go. Hang on. Sits. 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 Vamos. And it's good to be back. It's been like a week since I went to Vegas about a week ago, and kind of fell off my routine a bit, but nothing like the old days. Like this is like, it's kind of funny looking back at how what used to happen. Used to happen is I'd be pretty good. I'd go to a place like Vegas for some conference. I'd drink the entire time. I'd end up in my room depressed for days, just lock myself into my room. Somehow get back home after a while, and if I eat at all, it'd just be garbage. No exercise, of course, and come back home basically just feeling absolutely horrible. So that didn't happen, so that's good. So I went to Vegas. I worked out every day in the gym, which was good. I ate, actually I didn't eat very good. I ate vegan, which is kind of like, so my idea of like not eating very good now is actually way better than anything I ever used to do. But I ate a lot of carbs, which is not part of my diet that I try to stick on, which is the mucusless diet, which is basically just vegetables and fruit. No pasta, no rice, no bread or anything. I ate a lot of noodles at Chinese restaurant, pasta at an Italian restaurant. Ate quite a bit of Indian food because I love Indian food, but that included a lot of bread and rice. So my diet wasn't great, although still way better than I normally would have been, which normally would have been really greasy pizza and burgers and chicken wings and stuff like that. I didn't go for my morning walks. That's partly because it's just not the same without the dogs. Where you been, Bruce? Let him in. Bruce? Yeah, that's my girl. Bruce? Jenny? Yeah, it's just not the same without him. Plus, Lucy. Plus, I was right on the strip in Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Last time I was at the Rio for the World Series of Poker, and that had an area around outside you could walk, and it was kind of quiet. Not the Paris Hotel. That was, well, the casino, of course, is one place you could walk. Didn't really feel like walking around there at 6 in the morning, watching all the people all drunk and smoking and inhale all that smoke, even though I used to smoke. But and then right outside, of course, around 6 in the morning, you don't want to be on the biggest strip. It is not a peaceful, calm place to walk. It's mostly people throwing up and fighting and stuff. All the drug addicts, mostly alcohol. One of the worst drugs ever. Not to disparage them, I did it all. I've, not talking down to people who do it. Just saying, I don't really want to walk around that stuff at 6 in the morning. So I didn't. So I didn't do my morning walks, and I didn't stick to my diet. But I didn't really intermittent fast either. This is the interesting part. Because as soon as I arrived in Vegas, of course, there's not really much that I really want to eat. What is this? My driver here. They don't have a ton of great vegan options usually. Jenny! See? But they don't usually have a lot of vegan options, or even just like kind of really healthy options. And it is really hard being around that, because you do get hungry. And then what's always around you, just always pretty much garbage food. Even the healthy stuff that people would consider healthy isn't really that healthy. Like it's got, like for example, some people might say, oh, sushi's healthy or something. Not really. The rice is not good for you in general. It creates a lot of mucus in your body. And that's what really gets you all kind of sick, is that mucus, and it gets your lymphatic system gets all clogged up. And actually I felt kind of sick getting back here because I ate a lot of that stuff, rice and bread and pasta. So yeah, people might say sushi's really healthy. Not really, because the rice isn't. We're not really meant to be eating that kind of stuff. And then there's the raw fish, which I used to love, don't get me wrong. But you know, it takes quite a while for your body to process that. And a lot of it actually has a ton of parasites. You know, sushi's pretty notorious for that. So it's really not that healthy, even the healthy stuff that you would see. And then of course there's everything else there. You go into the store, it's like chips, and so I ate a lot of kind of garbage. And man, am I ever feeling it. And one of the things I really noticed though, is once you start to eat that stuff, it's like, it sets in motion this non-stop need to eat that stuff. So I got there. I didn't have it in mind that I was going to eat like perfect my diet while I was there. That's almost impossible, or if it is possible, it's really hard. And you know, I have enough sort of stress with all the work and stuff to not really be too focused on making sure that I eat perfect or whatever. But you know, when you're doing these fasting and this intermittent fasting, as I've said numerous times on this walk and talk with the dogs, it isn't hard at all. It's like so easy because your body does not have these cravings anymore once you get into this routine. So a lot of people say that. They're like, I don't know how you can do what you do. It's not hard at all. There's not much willpower involved at all. Your body really does not want anything once you get it off of eating that other stuff. So what happened when I went to Vegas, I think one of the first meals, because you know, you kind of roll in, you're tired from travel, not feeling great, I'm by myself, no dogs, no kids, nothing. Go to my room, and I don't know what it is about Vegas, it just depresses me. All those rooms, like even I paid a lot for the room to get one of the better rooms at the Paris. It's still like 50-year-old furniture and just has bad energy in it in general. And it's just ugly. What is this? Well, my dogs have been so good. I guess they're so. Jerry, no. Jerry, Ben, Jerry. I guess they're so happy to go for a walk that they're being good today. But yeah, so you get in, and right downstairs, like I said, it's just everywhere. And I am hungry at this point. You know, I've been traveling all day. Probably didn't eat on the plane, or no, I never eat on the plane, but last time I probably ate was something in Mexico City like 7 hours ago. I don't even remember what it was, but maybe like Subway, vegetarian Subway sandwich or something. So you are hungry, and first thing you see, a Chinese restaurant right downstairs from my elevator. So I love Chinese food, so I ate it. But here's the thing, I eat it, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, wake up starving, which I don't do when I'm on this routine. So when you eat that food, it, for whatever reason, we can get into the reasons why, I'm no expert on it. I'm gonna guess though that it has something to do with parasites wanting more. It also might just, well actually I don't know. If anyone really knows what the reason might be, it'd be interesting to, but I know it's real. So I woke up in the morning, and normally if I was here, I'd be like, okay, no problem. I'm not gonna eat till like 2 in the afternoon. That's not even an issue. There, wake up starving, have to order breakfast. And of course, there's really nothing on the breakfast menu except for fruit. Get a bowl of berries. That was all they offered that really totally met my criteria. And, you know, that's not very satisfying just in that form. If I could do it the way I would normally do it, it is quite satisfying, but it's not that way, just a bowl of berries. So I also got some bagels and some hash browns. Because you know, you kind of have this like, oh, I need something. So I eat that. Within 2 hours, I'm starving again. This went on all week. So once you get into eating that stuff, it's like You know, one of the things I kind of want to point out is a lot of people think it's really hard to eat this way that I've been eating when I'm doing my routine. It's not at all. That's the thing that people need to understand. So they're eating the way that I was eating in Vegas, or even much, much, much worse. But they're eating that sort of way. So they can't understand. They're like, I'm hungry every few hours. It's like, yeah, that's how I was in Vegas. I was eating constantly. It's like I could never feel full. And it's because of that kind of food. I don't know what it is that causes it, but that's what happens. You get into this. So again, a lot of people think it's really hard to do what I do when I'm here in Acapulco, but it's absolutely not. That's the thing that people need to understand. What I'm doing, a lot of people seem to think it's all this willpower. It's sort of willpower at the beginning, you know, that very first day. And this is sort of my first day of getting totally back. I'm actually going to fast for a number of days now. I'm not going to eat for a number of days because I'm feeling so crappy. Not super crappy, but like not like how I felt before. So I have to get back on track, and the easiest way is just to fast. So yeah, the first day of anything is kind of like the willpower. But once you get started on any of these things, whether it be fasting, intermittent fasting, mucusless diet, like just vegetable and fruit, no pasta, rice, meat, dairy, none of that stuff. Once you get past like the first day or two, it is not hard at all. In fact, it's as easy as anything. Okay, there's two things. This is what I want to mention in this video. There's two reasons people do this stuff. Like sort of like the stuff they don't want to be doing, but they can't help it. One is, for whatever reason, when you're eating that stuff, it makes you want to eat more of it. And that's something I'm not sure. And I'm sure people probably have some theories or know why that happens. The second part is the brainwashing. And this is part of what got me in Vegas. So I show up and I'm feeling not great. Definitely not feeling how I'm feeling when I'm here. And so what does my brain tell me? My subconscious generally. It goes into my conscious, but it comes from my subconscious. Why don't you have like a big bowl of noodles? That'll make you feel better. You used to love that stuff. That'll make you feel really good. You'll feel really good after you do that. So it's that brainwashing. So it's my brain telling me that if I don't eat those noodles, I'm going to feel really bad. And if I do eat them, I'm going to feel really good. So that's programming. And it's not necessarily just external programming. It's just like your own experiences in life. You remember all those times when eating a bowl of noodles felt really good, and it felt really good most of the time. So that's just all in your brain. So you have to get that out a little bit, or a lot. And I think that just takes time. And actually things like meditation and becoming aware of it when those thoughts come into your head. You know, if I had to go to Vegas tomorrow, I'd probably just end up eating the same stuff, even saying exactly what I'm saying right now. And it's for the same reasons that I said. There's not a lot of great stuff I want to eat there. I'm not going to be in a great mood. I'll want something. But I have to somehow get that programming out so that the programming can go in saying, hey, if you eat those noodles, you're going to feel like crap. And it's going to make you want to eat those noodles every few hours for the entire week. And then you're going to end up just totally feeling like garbage. I need that programming to get in my head. And that's going to just take time. It's going to take focus, meditation, awareness. So that's one interesting part is you're not even aware of all this stuff until you start to get really clean. So, you know, if you looked at how I was living years ago, I was drinking, smoking, eating garbage, and I felt like crap. But I didn't even realize how even just one bowl of noodles, which is, you know, compared to drinking and smoking and eating, you know, like fried, whatever, anything. Fried, any sort of greasy food you could think of. It's still better than that, right? I would never have thought back then that just a bowl of noodles with some vegetables, which, you know, to me back then, that'd be like, oh, that's so overly healthy. Throw in some dead animals in there. I would never have thought that alone could make me feel kind of crappy. So it's that awareness of how these things affect you, and you can't really get that awareness until you start to get cleaned out. So I'm kind of like months into this now, You can hear I'm kind of nasally. I got like mucus in my nose. That's from my diet being bad. And even since I got back, well, that's the thing too. I get back and now I'm in the place where I can get back into my routine. The entire first day I ate crap. I ate ramen noodles. I ate spaghetti. Now the spaghetti, you know, wasn't absolutely horrible. It was spaghetti with tomatoes and basil and olive oil. In general, not too bad, but it's the spaghetti that's the problem. It creates a lot of mucus. It takes hours for your body to process. And that in general makes me feel kind of crappy. But, so today's the first day of having to use some willpower to stop what started just by eating some noodles. And like my point was, most people have no idea that even just eating some noodles, like it sounds crazy to some people, that can really make you feel crappy. But that's what it happens to me. I don't know if it happens to everyone. But, you know, if people looked at what I ate on my entire trip in Vegas, a lot of people would say that was super, super healthy, what you did. You ate incredibly healthy while you were there. I ate vegan, but totally unhealthy. And that's actually, I was vegan decades ago. I was actually vegetarian for 5 years and vegan for 2 years in my early 20s. But back then I didn't eat healthy at all. So I was a vegan and I'd be eating spaghetti with margarine every night, bags of potato chips, you know, basically nothing with meat or dairy in it, but absolutely horrible stuff, like not good for you stuff. So I was kind of fat and out of shape and low energy. So just like anything, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm vegan, I just eat spaghetti with margarine and chips. It's like, oh, you're not going to be much better than if you weren't vegan, really. And there is a lot of people out there like that. So a lot of people will say, well, I got a friend, he's vegetarian or vegan. He's kind of fat and has no energy. It's like he's probably not eating good food, which would be basically a lot of fruit and a lot of raw vegetables. That's the real key. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are really into things like paleo. And I've done them all. I did paleo, I've done Atkins, I've done everything. And yeah, I lost all my fat on Atkins. I was like down to, it couldn't have been more than 2% body fat. I was like seriously a freak of nature. Like you can see every rib, every vein. But it's actually not that healthy in general, because you're eating a lot of meat, and that meat, well, there's all kinds of reasons why meat's not good. If you're going to be doing that, you got to at least be eating organic meat. But even if it's organic, it's still not great for your body. It's very acidic, and it's going to take hours and hours and hours to process. And that's generally backing up your lymphatic system, which is your, you know, your sewer system. So yes, eating something like paleo instead of just eating McDonald's every day is a major improvement for most people, and good for them. But you can go a lot further than that if you want to eat absolutely healthy. And I've been proving already, because a lot of people said, and I'm just starting. I actually just ordered so many things. Ordered some TRX cables, I ordered a chin-up bar, I ordered a dip bar. They're all in my house being put together right now. I'm gonna go hard on calisthenic training, not even weight training, every day. I'm already getting ripped. I'm gonna shock people, because so many people said, hey, if all you eat is fruit and vegetables, you're gonna waste away. I'm not at all. And I feel great when I'm doing it. I haven't really done it in the last week. Well, I've eaten fruit and vegetables, but too much other garbage. And so yeah, that's the real sort of key I want to get across on this video, is a lot of this stuff. So a lot of people out there, I know so many, I see all the comments, I meet all the people, they're like, I've been watching what you're saying, but I just can't do it. It's really hard. It's not hard, but you just have to start. Once you start, your brain changes really rapidly, and you don't want that garbage anymore. It's just like when you start eating the garbage, that's all you want. It's like for whatever reason, your body likes to continue on with whatever you're doing. At least mine does. I don't know. I think most people are like this. So if I'm eating garbage, it wants more garbage. And this won't stop until I actually do use some willpower and go, okay, today I'm doing a juice fast. I'm going to do a raw grape fast. Raw grape juice. Organic raw red grape juice fast. So all I'm going to drink all day today, and hopefully tomorrow and the next day, hopefully till this weekend, is just raw organic red grape juice. That's it. And I know as soon as I start, and I haven't even started yet, my cook hadn't shown up yet, and I didn't feel like juicing myself. As soon as I start, I'm gonna be like, this is great. I'm gonna be working out, no problem. I'm not even gonna be thinking about wanting like ramen or pasta or anything. Like it happens that fast. It might not happen that fast for you if you've been eating that way for decades and never did it before, but pretty much within a couple days, it's gone. Then it's just the brainwashing, and that's the other part. So your brain's gonna be telling you, oh, you're missing out, you're missing out. That's the thing you gotta get over a little bit, and meditation can help that. So it can help you recognize what's real and what's your subconscious sort of like sabotaging you. And so yeah, a lot of people, they'll be able to get on like say a fast for a couple days, but very quickly their brain will be telling them, oh, this is horrible, you're missing out so much. Oh, if only you could eat that burger, stuff like that. But that's your subconscious, and you need to recognize that and try to tone that down, and that can be done through meditation. But the actual physical cravings are gone within hours, if not days, of starting a fast or a new diet. I remember when I first did my first fast, I must have planned for it for a year, which I've said it before, and I totally regret it. So I thought, oh man, it has to be the perfect week. It can't be a week where I have anything major to do. Definitely no travel, but not even any major work. Has to be a certain time of the year where, you know, all this kind of stuff was going through my head. So I thought it was going to be so hard. And pretty much by the end of the first day of fasting, I was already feeling so amazing. I was like, why did I wait at all? Why did I even wait one day to do this? They're all excited. They haven't been out in a while. Yeah. Yeah, having fun. And Lucy's here with me. She's always with me. Forgot exactly what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Within the first day, I was already like, why did I wait? So that's the thing. If there's one thing you get from this video, if you haven't fasted yet, if you haven't changed your diet, but you want to, this is all you need to know. It's not hard. All you have to do is make that decision and just do it. Just do it on one day. And make it like today. Don't even make it tomorrow. Okay, if you want to, make it tomorrow. But don't make it next week. Don't make it next month. At the latest, do it tomorrow. Just trust me on this. No matter what it is, if it's fasting or anything. You have in your brain this idea that it's going to be so hard. That's because you are currently in a routine where you're basically addicted to this other stuff. But that goes away, like I said, within hours or at most a day or so. Pretty much beyond that, you're gone from that physical addiction, and then it's all mental, and that's different. But the physical part is so easy, but it just takes starting. And so just like anything, I've been doing this stuff now for months. I don't know how many fasts I've done, like true fasts, at least 5 or 6, and I'm doing another one starting today. And this is like, it's so easy now. Just like anything, once you get into once you've done it a few times, just like anything, it's just like exercise, just like practicing or training for anything, which you need to do for most things. It just gets easier and easier. So, like, it, you know, compare this to my first fast, which I worried about for a year before I even did. And this one, I was like, last night, I was in bed, I was like, okay, I'm feeling crappy. I've been eating really crappy food. Why am I doing this? I gotta stop this. Well, let's do a fast. And that was it. And I'm just doing it now. And it's like, no problem. I'm actually excited about it. Because I know how good I'm gonna feel. I'm not feeling it yet, because I haven't even had one glass of grape juice yet. But I'm pretty sure by this afternoon or by tonight, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm back. And that's all it takes, is just starting. So if you take one thing from this video, if you're wanting to do this stuff but you think it's gonna be too hard, it is not. But you just gotta start. Most things are like that. And that's why I like to try to do everything at least once. Because I just get used to trying stuff. And just like I said with the fasting, once you do certain things enough times, it gets easier and easier. So now, when it comes to trying something, like I did a dry fast a while ago for one day, it wasn't that hard. In fact, it was kind of good. I kind of really enjoyed it. Because I'm just so used to trying stuff now. And like I said, the hard part is just starting. And all the questions about it that go through your head, don't worry about it. Don't even think about those things. Live in the now and just go, okay, I'm starting right now. And don't think about what's going to happen in 2 hours. Don't do that. That's something else I've also learned about life. So much of it is just worrying about what's going to happen. Don't even think about it. It's going to happen anyway. And the worrying just makes it happen twice. And the worrying is usually way worse than what actually happens. So just start. If you've been wanting to fast, start with me today. I'm starting right now. And I'll let you know when I finish. I'm hoping to make it to the weekend. It's like Wednesday, so like 3 or 4 day fast. We'll see what happens. I might not. It's possible. But that's my plan at the moment. And like I said, I'm not even going to think about it. That's the thing. Don't think about it. Just think, okay, I'm doing a fast. Don't think about when it's going to end, like I just did. See, I still think about all this stuff, but I recognize it really fast. I'm like, oh, don't even worry about it. Just fast right now. Feel good right now. And when stuff happens, we'll worry about it then. So basically, that old Nike thing with, what's his name? What was it? Bo. See how quickly people get forgotten? Bo Jackson? Just do it. Totally true. That's really the key to almost everything. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Bruce, Ben? Where you been, Bruce? Where you been, Lucy? Yeah, you don't worry about what's going to happen later today, do you? Yeah, let's just go have fun right now. See what happens.